Time now for the morning rush, and we start with some breaking overnight news for you. Police are still searching for answers in a possible deadly shooting in southwest Albuquerque, right near Coronado Elementary. The scene is clear this morning. It will not affect school, but this is what the scene looked like overnight. APD says they found a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his upper body. He died on scene. No word on his identity. Also, no word on if police have a suspect. Connor.
Blue skies for the majority of today, and that'll basically be the same story for tomorrow. However, we are noticing some changes once we get to Friday, seeing some extra cloud cover towards the south, and eventually the high terrain, the Gila, picking up the possibility of 1 or 2 light showers, maybe some mixed precipitation, and that's it. If you do pick up a shower tomorrow, it'll be short and sweet, and basically nothing north of I-40. So a couple of nice, mellow days ahead for the metro. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Connor. 2 people now facing charges in the first case tied to Bernalillo County's backlog of about 5,000 rape kits. They are scheduled to be in court next week. This morning, 21-year-old Daquan Turna and 20-year-old Regina Gomez are both accused in a 2016 case involving the rape of a 16-year-old girl. Now, the cases are now being processed with federal grant money. So far, 52 cases of 1,500 tested rape kits have been marked for investigation.
Police are asking for your help this morning as they investigate the suspicious death of an Albuquerque man who'd been missing since December. Santa Fe County detectives have found the remains of 27-year-old Marshall Naranjo near Powaka yesterday. Naranjo was last seen waiting at Buffalo Thunder Resort for a ride home to Albuquerque after visiting family members.
The search continues for a woman who went missing from an adult learning center. Police believe that she may be in the area of Louisiana and Central. A Brittany alert has been issued to find 36-year-old Abigail Del Garrido. Now, police say that she ran away from the Albuquerque Adult Learning Center. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to call 242-COPS.
On to news, new at 6, the Santa Fe Police Department hopes bonuses will keep officers from leaving for higher pay. According to the Santa Fe New Mexican, the city council unanimously approved retention bonuses last night. Officers who promised to stay with the department through June will get a bonus of more than $5,000.
We could soon find out when a bill allowing residents to choose their gender will be put to a vote. Senate Bill 20 would allow someone to change their gender ID to male, female, or use the letter X, meaning undesignated gender. This without having to prove that they underwent gender transformation surgery.
Other news new at 6. Those of you in need of health care coverage this morning may soon have another option from the state. Senate Bill 405 would allow people to pay a monthly premium to the state in exchange for health insurance. This would be off limits to people already enrolled in Medicare or Medicaid or those covered by the Affordable Health Care Act.
A bill now in committee would give voters more time to register for elections. Representative Damon Eli says that being able to register to vote on Election Day would be convenient if you didn't get a chance to earlier. But some Republicans worry that people could vote more than once.
We could hear from the governor later on today about the possibility of more troops getting sent to the U.S.-Mexico border. Officials say up to 3,000 additional troops could help support in efforts to prevent illegal immigration. Currently, there are about 2,400 troops. No word on if New Mexico troops will be called on.
The advocacy group Street Safe New Mexico is holding a service this weekend to honor the victims of the West Mesa murders. Now, this is happening on Saturday, 10 years after the first bone was found at that site. It will be held at the West Mesa Memorial Park on 118th Street. There still have been no arrests or suspects named in the case.
We did some checking for you overnight. The man accused of tearing apart a church's air conditioning unit remains behind bars this morning. Police say employees of the New Life Church near Manal and Juan Tabo called them after they found Robert Duran on the roof. When police arrived, Duran made a run for it. He's now facing theft charges.
Forecasters are predicting warmer weather tomorrow for those now experiencing weather like this, and that's another day of dangerously cold temps in the Midwest. Now, at last check, there have been at least 8 weather-related deaths. This morning, 1 flight coming into the Sunport from Chicago O'Hare has been canceled, and at last check, at least 3 flights going to the Midwest are either delayed or canceled completely. Connor.
Not quite that cold in New Mexico, but for some of us, like Alamos, starting in the negative 20s, and in Albuquerque, a cold start, no doubt. Bundle up, warmer weather starting tomorrow.
Students and teachers going to school this morning are likely feeling the impact of 80 vacant special education teaching positions. It's something they hope to solve with a new CNN program offering a 15-month alternative licensure program for about 25 students. Students will get free tuition, and APS will pay them a salary and benefits to be a co-teacher while in school.
Well, CNN says that they could double the amount of props that they rent out to TV and film productions this year. Officials with CNN say everything in their prop house were once part of classrooms. Now, the school says that they've already worked with more than 20 productions, including Better Call Saul, Longmire, and Roswell.
On to new news for you this morning. U.S. land managers are set to move forward with the sale of oil and gas leases near Chaco Canyon in March. Environmental and Native American groups argue drilling and fracking will damage the countless sacred sites in the area. Right now, there's a 10-mile protection zone around Chaco Canyon.
The city is asking the public to call 311 if you see flickering LED lights. They say many are still in need of repair. The city finished putting in 20,000 new lights last December. Since then, they say more than 7,000 have needed some type of fix. Now, crews are out overnight looking for flickering lights like the one you see on your screen right there, which show signs of damage. Now, the city is blaming copper thieves and breaker boxes.
The Aggies looking to put another win on the boards. NMSU men's basketball team preparing to take on the University of Missouri Kansas City tonight. The Aggies are 5-1 in conference play. Tip-off set for 7 p.m. in Las Cruces. Good luck, guys.
Here's a look at our map. Things are mostly on the good side. We are seeing some slow-moving traffic on Paseo westbound. News Tracker is eastbound on I-40. You can see daybreak, and you can see that things are moving nicely this morning. Back to you.
Well, the tab for celebrating the Super Bowl can really add up. The National Retail Federation says the average American will shell out $81.17 on the big game. Data from Retail Me Not shows the number of Americans watching is expected to rise to 70% this year. I can see why.
For today, 55 degrees in Albuquerque. That's above average and certainly above average in the southeast. 70s possible, even though it's 20s right now in Roswell. So whatever you got wearing in the morning, you will not need it as you're leaving work or school. 55 degrees, 57 tomorrow. And then it's not until Wednesday that we're back into the 40s. So solid week ahead. Now it's time for our 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here. APS and CNM are teaming up to fill 80 special education positions in the district. A 15-month alternative licensure program available to at least 25 students at CNM. Students will get free tuition, and APS will pay them a salary and benefits to be a co-teacher while they're still in school. Students will be teaching in their own classroom by the second semester.
At number 4 this morning, work will likely continue today by the city of Albuquerque on LED streetlights in need of repair. Just last December, the city finished putting in 20,000 new lights. Since then, they say more than 7,000 of those have needed some type of fix. The city is blaming copper thieves as part of the problem. They also say the breaker issues can affect multiple lights in the same area.
And at number 3, despite how cold it is right now, temperatures eventually will be above average. 34 degrees by 9 a.m., so still on the cool side, but a big swing in temperatures, 50s not too long from now.
53 looking pretty good this morning. All right, number 2, police now investigating a possible deadly shooting. This is near 4th and Iron in southwest Albuquerque. It's right near Coronado Elementary School. That scene is cleared this morning, but overnight this is what it looked like. APD said this happened before midnight. Officers say Albuquerque Fire Rescue did respond first. They then told police they found a man with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his upper body. Police said that man died on scene. At this time, it's being deemed a violent crimes call-out. No word on the man's identity. Also, no word on if police have a suspect in mind. If you know anything about this, you're asked to call authorities immediately.
And at number 1, the district attorney's office here in Bernalillo County is now hiring an investigator and 3 more prosecutors, all to address Bernalillo County's backlog of about 5,000 rape kits. Now, this morning, 2 people now are facing charges. This is all in a case tied to that backlog. 21-year-old Daquan Turna and 20-year-old Regina Gomez. They are now both accused in a 2016 case involving the rape of a 16-year-old girl. Now, it's unclear why the case's rape kit was not tested until recently, but it's among the thousands of untested rape kits now being processed with federal grant money. Prosecutors say they've reviewed the results of about 1,500 rape kits so far, and of those, 52 cases have been marked for further investigation.